I have been to that part of Australia on the mainland.
This is the layout of Naracoopa with our projected grid system overlapping the island. We chose a specific layout to maximize the space, allowing for both sustainability and any level of potential population growth. As you can see, everything from farming to waste management is accounted for in this fragile ecosystem.
You won't have enough population to support transit probably, but it can be very compact. I think that's issue one, to make it really compact so it's walkable and bikeable.
Biking is one of the main transportation modes in our community, and we face some challenges when creating a biking layout. We want to focus on quantity, having enough bikes at any given time to serve the entire population, but also consistency. We didn't want a road system that led to confusing traffic, especially with our different forms of transportation working in unison. To combat this, we developed a simple grid system that works with the ebb and flow of traffic in and out of the city loop during different times of the day, and also includes superblocks. Boat transportation is the primary method of trade and travel off of our island and onto our island. To help encourage this, we've allocated a large amount of resources to creating a sustainable port system.
Windmills. I don't know if it's windy enough. It's an island. It might well be windy.
Very, very windy, especially on our island.
So that's probably going to be even more effective than solar, because I don't know, you might have cloud cover there. So the wind machines are not the little ones you put on tops of buildings. They got to be the bigger ones, the big horizontal axis, big propellers. And frankly, I've seen some towns in Germany that have 2 big windmills and probably enough for 5,000 people, 2 or 3.
We have chosen to emphasize windmills as a form of energy in our community for 2 main reasons. Increased wind speeds of only a few miles an hour can produce a significantly larger amount of electricity, and the automatic greasing systems to lubricate bearings and blades, as well as heating and cooling systems to maintain gear oil temperature within a specific range, decrease the costs and amounts of maintenance needed.
You definitely want to collect water on your roof. But the thing is, if you do a green roof, it's expensive to build and to maintain. Now, if you're growing food, that's probably worth it. But if it's just for aesthetics, and you can use that water for bathing. I've taken baths in Australia where the water is brown, but it's clean. You can use it for bathing, but you're going to have to filter it for cooking and drinking. And so you need to have some clean water, and then that water you want, which would be gray water after washing dishes with it and bathing and so on. That gray water you want to filter.
Our sustainable architecture practices are built around the guidelines of the Living Building Challenge, a challenge currently in existence that encourages sustainable design and architecture. To mitigate harm to the environment during construction, we use only natural resources, those that could be found around the island of Naracoopa. With passive heating and cooling designs and sustainable water collection systems, we can ensure the lowest use of energy possible to sustain our architecture. And, though they can be costly, the implementation of green roofs would provide stormwater management, further energy conservation, and natural and aesthetic benefits.
The black water from toilets is trickier. It's obviously much more toxic, but what you can do is do a series of small biodigesters in a town of this size, maybe one in each neighborhood, 3 or 4 or something like that. And then you can take the biogas that you collect in these digesters, mainly from organic waste, both human excrement, but also waste food. Turn that into gas, and then you can do 2 things with that gas. The easiest thing is just to reuse it to cook with. You can also, if you have enough of it, run a generator from it, burn it, make steam, make a generator, and generate electricity. But 5,000 people might be big enough for one cogeneration plant where you generate both heat and electricity and then distribute it. So you might be able to do that with some of the organic waste.
The waste-to-energy system is great because it eliminates the amount of landfill waste created in Naracoopa. Alongside Blackwater initiatives, this system will allow us to burn excess waste to heat water and use that steam to turn a turbine, creating energy. With such a small allotment of land, eliminating this waste will be key.